Hello, it's me, Poison. And yes, I'm live and it's Wednesday, but I didn't go live on my birthday, so it's like, hmm. Plus, like, my Phrolova model that I'm working on has gotten to the fun part, or at least the, like, interesting part that I feel like for people to see. That's not me just that's not just me correcting my bad line work. We're on the part where I make graphics happen. So like the scales on this jacket, we're at that part. I was looking at this model earlier today, and I was like, I just really like this one. It's fun, it's iridescent, its face is nice. It doesn't use the new face, but it uses a good face. I like this face. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, I have several faces. I have approximately made 200-ish models. And I actively have like 50 models in cycle. And this is one of them. 20 of the models use the like more updated techniques I have, so I more frequently use those, but I need to do another showcase of my models, especially because those videos always do pretty good. I'm gonna turn my audio playback off. I was looking for do advanced properties, monitor, and output. Off. You got a star. Let's go. Mario. Wow, 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 wow. But yeah, so we're at the fun part of the Phrolova model. I will bring us all over to the programming screen in just one moment. I gotta pull everything up. There we go. Let's go to the live scene. So we're at the fun part because we're at the material part. The material part is when I like edit all of like the different sections of the model. And the other thing that I mean by the fun part is if you see all of these like little green circles inside the model, I went ahead and redid the skeleton so I can do hair rigging. I didn't do the hair rigging, I just set it up. Because sometimes, especially like for one of my more complicated models, I like to do a lot of this stuff like off screen and have like basically that moment where like you're watching someone cook something and they like put it in the oven and immediately take it out and it's done. Like just do like some prep work like that. One part of the model's rigging that I am gonna be slightly worried about is this like dress and skirt, because sometimes those don't look great when I do them, but I can hide these circles because right now we're going to be focused on getting the outfit to look good. We want this to look better than what it does currently, at least. Let's see. I think I might start on this sleeve because it's the thing I like the least right now. We'll start with the things that need improvement first. And we'll move on to the things that like are fine. We want this to be cut out. So one thing, I'm going to do render, turn this off, so we see the back of it as well. One thing that's going to need to happen here is I think I'm going to need to create a custom normal map for this. So we're going to go here and we're going to, I could set it to cloth, which would mean a probably a little less work for me, but I don't know if I would get the same effect that I have on some of my other models. So the reason why this is going to be a custom normal map is I want to keep these sections to look like they're not flat. So I'm going to have to put those on their own thing, as well as I want to do some fabric normal map. So I need like this normal map or this one, and I'm gonna layer the normal maps and like affect the transparency, which should allow me to like kind of get the best of both worlds. Where I use just like a flat normal map like this, but then have the detail of like the fabric be more dynamic. But yeah, also I knew that the textures here, because this model, I put a lot of things on the same layer, like as far as object wise, I do that to save on vertices and polygons. Because I did that, I'm gonna have to do a lot of custom edits here. Whereas prior to that, I wouldn't need to do that as much. Let's see. We need to go to textures. And I need to copy the item path. Copy path. Although it might be easier for me to actually just, instead of copy path, open file location, show and explore. Gonna go ahead and open up this. File. Open. And I want to click this. There we go, and I need this. Open. So one of the first things, and this is one of the reasons why I don't know why more people don't use normal maps, is like one of the first things I do, copy paste, make sure I keep everything, and then I do filter, and sometimes this can be as easy as it is to like use a normal map, just like add the normal map effect here, which then translates everything to the right color and shade thing. One thing you have to do when you do this is you'll notice like there's like little bumps and grooves in some spots. You have to go through and like smooth those out. But other than that, like super easy to use. I used to struggle with it because I'm like, I could never quite understand where the colors placement is because that part is complicated. But if you're using a normal map filter, say like you took a picture of like a piece of fabric and just put it through this filter, it's not that bad. Let's see. This is not what I need fully though, because I'm gonna need another piece. Let's see. I need to go to my imports. I need to go to my Lupa materials. I need to be able to see these. I think this one's going to do the best for me. So I'm going to drag this normal map over here. And I'm going to take it. And normally I would like either tile this or something if I was just going to use it straight up by itself. But because I'm going to use it to kind of help me out here with this, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hit yes. I'm going to go ahead and resize this so that way it's a little bit more like just hovering over the spot that I want it to. Because I like all those ruffles and I don't mind if we just keep those. So we're going to do this. Like here. Keep this like dark shading on the edge. Hit OK. So there's parts of this that I don't want to get that ruffle effect. So like right here and right here. So I'm gonna take a magic wand, select everywhere that I don't want to have that. Okay, we're gonna need to close gap. Tolerance. Probably gonna need a really low tolerance here in order for this to actually select there. Yeah. Do this. And then I want to grab this right down here. Looks like I might not be able to grab this part because it doesn't close off here. But I can go ahead and clear this space. So reverse selection. And then I'm going to go to this layer and I'm going to hit delete. Move it to the top. Reverse selection again. I'll just do it manually. I was like, it didn't delete. So I need to, this is imported as a picture layer and I need to convert it to raster. Hit OK, and I want to delete here. Or I guess just erase. It looks like that was going to be on a flat spot anyway, so it's probably fine. I'm going to turn the transparency of this top layer. Oh, actually hide this layer. And I want to kind of just like erase here. Let me grab my draw pad because that is actually a little bit more dexterous required than I thought. I can also unselect. Oh wait, actually. Let me just selection tool this gold, because that's easy. Then go up here, delete. There we go. Okay. And now I think we're good on a lot of this. File, save as 14N. I'm going to take it from this texture section. I'm going to put it directly in the material section because then I can just find it easier. Go back here. Materials. Go to the thing I'm working. Oh wait, first this alpha is not set to transparency. I want it to be. So hit that, hit apply. Then go to this. And I'm going to drag this normal map over here. Fix now. And now this is a bit better. I'm going to look and see if there's anything I'd like to change. I also think that that's fine because we're going to add some other effects here too. We definitely don't want to use the sampling because the sampling is basically going to like move this as like it's one of those like 200 by 200 tiles, and I don't want that. I want it to be, because I'm custom doing this, I want it to be how it is right now. Okay, I think another thing I need to do. Take this purple. Just gonna shade along this because I want this to like kind of be in shadow more regularly. Oop. Oh, I'm still selected on. It's like, why is that not selecting anything? I still had my tool selected. I want to grab like this purple. And then I'm gonna take a blur tool and we're just gonna, so I want this to be a gradient. File, save, replace, yes. And replacing it should automatically switch it out here. Let me see. Yeah, that worked. I think I can take this and I can blend it out a bit, because that divot doesn't need to be quite as strong as it is. So I'm gonna go here. Which layer is... Also, I think I might turn up the fabric. There we go. File, save, save, yes. I'm pretty confident in how this turns out because I've done these for a bit, but if you aren't confident and you're doing these for the first time, probably don't save over the file you're currently using. Maybe make a second one to experiment with after you get one that looks like kind of how you want it to look. I just am pretty sure I know how I want this to be. Okay. So I am going to multi-purpose this file. So I'm going to hide this stuff because there's another thing I can do here. I want to grab this. Referring to this layer, I want to grab this. I want to grab this, this, and this. And I'm going to reverse selection. File, save as, 14, gold, map, hit yes. And oftentimes I don't really worry about the color here. I just know that I'm gonna basically have this as the only part, so I can just set it to the alpha instead of using a color map, which sometimes the alpha maps are just nicer to work with. Go ahead and make sure this is transparent because I need it to be transparent for a color map. It looks weird right now, but it won't for long. Okay, mask. This on the mask. Fix now. See, right now it's sorting for the color red. I want it to sort by alpha, so that way it perfectly selects the things that I put in detail, or that I didn't delete from that picture. I'm going to set this to gold. And so now we have these pieces as like gold. It's also going to help them with the normal map wise to stick out a bit. I'm going to make them a bit brighter, so that way, again, the goal here is to create depth and dimension on a flat surface, because this is a flat image here that I'm adding a normal map, which tells light to interact with the object differently, and then a map to tell what parts I want to be gold. And this is also a very efficient way to do outfit stuff. Sometimes it's a bit time staking, so like not necessarily suggested you do it with everything, but I love it for this purpose specifically. For instance, where it's going to start getting even more complicated is on this section where I have a lot to do. But I just know that looking at this model, if I didn't fix this first, I was not going to be happy. Let's go ahead. I'm going to do a matte cap. And I want to do base color mixing on this. And I want to do gradient. And do we have like a nice... I'm gonna have to... So I had to remake my project because after I export so many models, oftentimes the cache breaks and won't like fix itself even like with reset. So it's just easier to recreate the project folder. So we're gonna do this. Make both sides red. I'm gonna set the center to have 100 alpha, I think. Then set these edges to be... Wait, reverse this. I like for these to like kind of radial vision out, so like this part to be clear, but then the edges to be like have that kind of ambient shading that allows the object to look more rounded. So I like to make the edges more clear or the center more clear, depending on what the effect I'm going for is. In this case, I actually think I had it right to do it this way. Fix now. And then I don't know if I necessarily need a mask. Oh, that looks cool, but we're not gonna do that much emission. If I do any emission, I just want it to be like an ominous glow. Direction light. Set to 0. Yeah, like that. And I definitely want whatever I do here for it to mix heavily with the base colors. That way, when that is over the white section, it's not super red, and that white blended with the gradient map is not gonna make it to where I lose the depth I made here. So we're gonna turn the base color mixing up even more. There's losing a little bit of shadow. There we go. I like that. That also is going to help give me a guide for what I want to do with this part of the outfit. I'm going to do like some of these small features first, just because start off easy, because this is the first thing I'm doing art-wise all day. Well, I mean, I cleaned up some lines, but like this for the most part is the first thing I'm doing. Because recently had my birthday, so I've just been taking it very easy. Oh, this is the stockings. This is not the easy part. The shoe is the easy part that I was referring to. The stockings are probably going to be one of the hardest parts. Because on that same stocking is this. And this, I put a lot on that thing, so I have to make sure that each section has its own, like, effects on it. And aren't overlapping too much. Let's see. We have this. Omi. I want to do the shoe first. And the shoes, I can do realistic and keep it flat without too much of an issue. Because we're going to do a cube map. And I think I'm going to make these kind of a ruby. So for that, we use gold. Add red to that gold. Slight emission. There we go. A lot of this emission won't be visible when lights on. The purpose of this is a lot of my models look different depending on whether lights are on or off. Because I do like to use like slight glow emissions as just kind of like this dreamy or like rave-esque effect. Even this model has some things that like lightly glow, like the hairband. I think the eyes of this model also slightly glow. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's all I want to do for the shoes. Maybe take this brightness down a bit. So it looks more shoe-like. Lock in. Up next, I believe we're going to do the dress. Or I could do, oh, if we're starting with easies and going to hard, let's go ahead and do the skirt. Let's see. How do I want to do the normal map? Let's do a custom normal map. Open. Import. Textures. This is the skirt. Control C, Control V. Filter. Effect. Normal map. That looks good, but we're going to add some extra detail here. Ooh, I might also make this a little bit more rough. This should help you to have like a bit of flow with everything. So it doesn't just look like a just regular pleated skirt. File, save as, import, materials. Oh wait, that's lupus materials. Import, Phrolova materials, 16N. Yes. No, 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 stick to the boo 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 doo doo doo. I don't know why High School Musical out of nowhere has popped into my head. I have not seen that since it was airing on Disney Channel. So quite a long time. Because I haven't watched TV in forever. I watch like streaming services, I just don't watch TV. And even then, what I mostly watch is anime, like Crunchyroll. Okay, shading. Switch this from flat to realistic. And I want to do some very harsh here. Now, because this is a darker skirt, the normal map isn't going to be as visible. That's why I was first testing it by turning it up a bit. But I think this gives the general effect I wanted to get. Similar to before, I want to do a gradient because this is just how I like to do my cloths. I used to use presets for my cloth designs and like effects, but now I kind of like to do a custom one. Let's go ahead and I want this to have a sheen, so that means reverse what I did before. Transparent, transparent, hit exit, fix now. We're going to do a little bit of base color mixing. A little bit of light. And we're going to switch this to gradient. And for me to first see how this looks, emission. Okay. I'm going to switch this to kind of like, not a full red, but like just a very light red. Exit. Fix now. Intensity. Emission. And we're going to do add. Fix now. Like we want this to be very light. I do just like stuff like this to have an effect on it, because if it's the only thing that doesn't have like any kind of radial effect, it looks weird. Okay. And now we're on to our first big ticket item, I believe. So we did the shoe, this wrist gauntlet thing, and the underskirt. So now we're on the overskirt. Cutout, shading. Realistic. Already looking pretty good, but this is one of those ones that's going to be a bit complicated because again needs a custom normal map that is going to be a little bit more complicated than other normal maps. So let's start conceptualizing what we're thinking. Import, textures, the dress, open. So first off, I know that I want to do this part separate from the upper part. But you know what? Control-C, Control-V. I kind of want to see how this looks first with nothing done to it. Yeah, it definitely requires a lot of smoothing. Okay. That works. Okay. Now I'm going to drag this over. Oops. I need that to be more like large. What I can maybe do. Yeah. Do something like this. Control-C, Control-V. We're gonna do this. And I want one of these to be a little bit more transparent. So just trying to create some flow in the fabric down here. Okay, Control C, Control V. I would like to mirror. Let's grab this blender. And we're gonna blend out some of these hard lines. Go fast, let me make sure it's accidentally draw. It is not. Rasterize. You know what? We'll just do convert. Okay. So rasterize does make it already convert. This is probably gonna look pretty wild. And we're gonna take it from here to materials, save. Like, we're not done with this normal map by any means, but I just kind of want to see where that's taking me right now. Like, to see if I'm, like, on the right path or not. Take this model, and we're going to turn it. Okay, I do like how that's looking. Next test is to take... Ooh, you know, I kind of want to... I'll do that not this time, right now. I'm going to add the ruby effect last. Because I can just select all the red at one time. So a part that I do want to fix, and we're going to use this, we're going to set it to a gradient. And this is purely so that way I can see what's going on. Fix now. So I can like kind of like see the different movements of the fabric. Although, don't get me wrong, this does look cool. Let's see. That needs to not be there. Do I need to blend that out? Ah, there is a dent here for some reason. I'm just gonna smooth this out a little bit. Let me see something. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna Control C, Control V, move this to the top, and I just want this to multiply. Actually, not multiply. I need to convert this to black and white. Convert layer, color, grayscale. Normal. And then I want to take this. Can I flip this? Grab this. I don't mind like wrinkles, I just want to clear up some of this. I do kind of want to see how this works. File, save. We're just gonna save over because I didn't do anything too drastic, and I can always just like hide this layer if I don't like it. I have a feeling I'm gonna like this. Let's add this so we can see what it looks like. Yep, I approve. Okay. Now I would like to take this, make it not transparent. Take it from screen to set it to normal. And I'm gonna use the selection tool. I like to select everywhere that's red. File, save as. We're gonna call this a map. Save. Hide this. Cube map. Where's the other map? There you are. Alpha is transparent. Apply. Go back to the dress. Fix now. Cube, gold. Red. And then slightly emissive, but we're going to turn this way down. Smoothness, way down. Even more down. I think we'll set it to add. I'm trying to create like a velvet-like texture. Hide and shadows. We're going to turn on hide and shadows a little bit. Render, set this, turn off. I think that's how I want that to look. Okay, now for the part that I believe is going to be the hardest one, which is the under outfit slash cloth here. Let's see. File, open, import, textures, this, open. Let's first Control C, Control V, filter, effect, normal map. We want to reduce the strength by a lot. Hit OK. We're gonna just test to see if this looks fine. File, save as, 13 in, but we're gonna move it to materials, like with everything else. Save yes. Alpha is transparent. I think the main thing that's gonna maybe be the harder part, if this works out, is gonna be I need to make it, I think, 3 maps, possibly. Not necessarily a huge fan of that, but I doubt the light's ever going to be that bright on that section. normal maps tend to be proportional strength to the light in the environment because again it's shadow and telling light how to interact with the object. And because I tend to do things in low light, I have a lot of leeway that some may not have. Okay. I need this and this from my Lupa model. So I think... Yeah, let's finish the outfit first. Tolerance. I'm gonna turn that down just a bit. Up more than that. Up more than that. Down from 13. Wow. 12.6. 12.8. It's weird that goes from... Okay. Oh, that's what's happening. It's selecting the line. Actually, that might not be too bad. Now that I think about it, because I could give that the same sheen as... I can give these two the same sheen. Reverse selection, delete, file, save as, under, map, save, yes, and then Control C. And oop. We just want to get all the ribbon here. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be better than, like, not perfect. So that's where... I was wondering where some of this red was coming from on the outfit. I get it now. Okay, I think that's all of the red selected. Reverse, delete, file, save as, GL, RB, glove ribbon, save, yes, Control C, last is this. There's probably a more efficient way to do this, But I'm already almost finished with this method, so oh well. Reverse, delete, because yeah. Oh wait, nope. I need this. Okay, now reverse, delete, file, save as. I'm gonna save this as bandage. You see what I mean by this one needing a lot of maps? Okay, then we go to this. And luckily I have a lot of these. So first one I want to do, I think, is the under map. Which this under map, I think we can do mat cap with. Alpha is transparency, hit apply. Go ahead and add this to the mask. Fix now. Set it to alpha, not red. Top pinch, we're going to do gradient. I want to do a new one. We're going to do like a lot of like just dark shades. Like just various reds. Again, I kind of want to make that velvety color. Hit escape. Hit fix now. First step for me is to turn on emission just to make sure I'm highlighting the right things. I am. Base color mix. Light color mix. And I want to do add. What do I do screen? Let's use the leg to determine. Can do mixed. Screen. Add. I could just replace. I don't like replacing it. I think the one I liked the most was screen. Because it smooths some stuff out. And once again, I'm just going to do this real fast. I'm just going to have it be very light on the emission. Okay, that's covered. Next, let's do the bandages. Which is here. Office transparent, apply. Fix now. Set this to alpha. Gradient. 6.5 base color mix. I'd like that. Though I need it to not be as shiny, because that starts to look metal. So let's mix the color a bit more. I kind of want it to look silk, not metal. That works. Up next is the red portions. Alpha is transparent. Apply. And for this, we're going to use a cube map. Use gold, but then switch gold for red. And then mask. And slightly emissive. There we go. I think that's all I need for that too. And now we're on to the body. Which the body's probably just going to use my same map that I normally use for bodies. Oh wait, not opaque. We want cutout. Lupa, you have the body material on you. Thank you. Shading, lipstick. It looks weird, but that's because this is not yet shading, lipstick. There we go. Lupa. I use the same face on this model, so I can use this. Because I mean, I do make this basically me wearing the character's outfit, so that makes sense. Directional light. Let's see. You need to open this up and kind of blend this out. Let's see. File, open. Because the reason why it does that like cutoff shadow is because if you look here, it cuts off. So let me just grab here. Just gonna smooth this out. Blend. That's gonna need to be blended anyways. File, save. That might look sloppy, but I promise it needs to be done. That's better. So we can definitely lighten that up too. Probably can lighten up the face too, because like don't need as much contour. File, Poyomi tune, cutout, shading, realistic. Grab my hair over here. Two. I also kind of wanted to do the. Okay, that's already on two. Sample it. Just do like super textured hair. This is the hard part about white hair. Even when it's not like full white. Two, three. I still have this light at 200%. That's better. Not perfect, but better. I don't really worry about this ribbon too much. Uh, because I made it in grayscale for the most part, so I can just like Poyomi cut out, turn this off, shading, realistic, cube map, gold, set that gold reflection to a red, and I'm gonna up the emission just a little bit. And I'm gonna grab this, materials, Control V, go to the hairband, normals. I'm gonna give it the effect that I like to do, which is to set this to 2, set this to 2, and then make it pan, which gives like the ribbon just a bit of movement regularly, especially if I have a slightly emissive hairband. Oh, you know what? I know what's up here. This one is designed for a different look here. So let me just grab this new layer. I'm gonna round out the chest down here. File, save. Because that's designed for a different outfit. I'm a huge fan of that area. Clear coat. I'm gonna go ahead and do a shine to the skin. And I need this because I use this as like kind of like my surface texture map for shine effects. Clear coat. Click visibility, reflection, and specular visibility. Okay, and then face. Clear coat. I do have to kind of match these a bit. Pack map. '20 by 20. And then I wanted to sample this. Do 50, 50, sample. Phrolova, rotate you to face the light. Okay, and now I need to go to face, cube map, mask, switch this to alpha mask. I want to set this to that same ruby gold. Yeah, that works. Okay. I think that's good for the face. This is easy. We're just gonna do Poyomi, Poyomi tune. Cutout, shading, realistic. That's typically fine. Now I need to copy over this. Control C, Control V. Because I just need it for these parts. Poyomi, Poyomi tune, cutout, shading, realistic. Okay, I did mess up somewhere. Not majorly, but just minorly. Let's see. Because I meant to make this other eye have like a red glow to it on that side. Right now it does not have that. I can fix it though. Shading. So what I can do is I can just edit the texture here. I prefer doing it in the other, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna need 2 textures instead of 1, not that. File, open, import, textures, open this to be the guide. And then I need to grab the highlight layer because I want to keep the highlight layer. Okay. Reverse select, spray can, this layer. Blend. down here, erase. I'm gonna go to this. I actually do want to change this highlight up a little bit. Just blur. There we go. File, save as HG, import materials, save, yes. And then I'm gonna go to this, go to the highlight layer, Poyomi tune, fade, add that, specialize. I would like to do, where's cube? Oh, cubic. Cube map. Gold. Switch this to red. Emissive. Eh. I put that at 6.8. Go down to this, emission 1. Use base colors. Set this down to 1. Wait, actually, for the cubic map, I think I will do multiply. Reduce the emission strength. Blend to the alpha. I think that's good. There we go. Fixed. Let's see. Now we have the red eye and the other eye. Go ahead and just move this normal map onto both, which will mostly affect the highlight eye, because it'll tell like this color and cube map to do something very different than what it is currently. go. Yes, now we move on to eyebrow. Poyomi tune. Fade. Cut. Grab this. 2 and 2. Shading, realistic. And that's pretty much it for eyebrows. They are not a complicated thing. Poyomi tune. Cut out. Realistic. These are the eyelashes. And I think, yeah. Alpha options, delivering. Yeah. Lock in. Poyomi tune. Fade. Realistic. Use this. I think that's it for this. I could do cube map. Just for the sake of having a bit more shine there. And you know what? I will. Lower the brightness. Set this just to add. Lock it. Okay, I think we're actually, after I program the hair, done. I might want to do maybe a little bit of this to the hair. Just to kind of give it like a little bit of like a shine slash glow effect. And I do like how that looks, so I think we're gonna use it. Gradient. Fix now. Yep. Oh, one last thing. Unlock. Vendor. Off. Lock in. Vendor. Off. Lock in. I can go ahead and unplug my draw pad because I will not need that anymore. Grab this. Poyomi tune. Shading. Realistic. Lock in. Oh wait, not opaque. Cut out. Render off. Lock in. Okay. Time to go into the Phrolova model. Create image. Let's call this bangs. Add magic cloth. I'm gonna go ahead. I know there's one thing I need to do here. And that's go through real fast and switch this out for numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, oh my god, select the full thing. 12, 13. Bangs. Bangs don't need mini colliders. All they need is face and skull. Skull. There we go. That face was in the wrong sector. I'm going to switch this to bone cloth. And put face. Control C, Control V. Thirteen, 12, 10, 7, I believe. I've slightly memorized where these go. Six, 5, then 4 and 3 are ribbons, so those don't go here. Minus, 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 minus. Now it is time to do the other part, which is going to be my long hair. So that needs more colliders. Add the neck, chest upper, chest lower. That was in the wrong sector. U arm left. Do we have hips? And then hips. That, for the most part, is what this part needs. Just the hair. Well, hair and ribbon. Control C, Control V. We'll do the ponytail first. And then the ribbon, which is 3 and 4. Okay. Create empty. And now we're doing the dress. Dress slash skirt. Because I think I might try to combine them onto the same layer. So that way they move together more. And maybe they can add a little bit more like flow to it all. I'm gonna use bone cloth. And I don't believe... Okay, here, side skirt. Side skirt. Okay. Then we go to the legs. Side front, do it. Other side. There we go. And then the colliders. And this is the part that's gonna maybe need more than one export. Because it's... The clothes are always the harder part. I'm gonna choose edge on this one. I might try automatic mesh on this, but for now we're gonna just do line. Save. Hide all of these circles. Hit play. And now time to shake the baby. As in we gotta shake this model so that way we can see what it does. Oh, I gotta actually set a property to the parts. Whoops. It's fine. They naturally should have some movement to them. Oh, I need to copy this to another thing. We waiting for the the scene to set. Time to shake the baby. I like that actually. Time to set the physics. Okay, this is the left side. Front hair. Set gravity to 0.13. To the right side. Front hair. Turn off gravity. This is the ponytail. I'm gonna go back to this side, which is the right side. Gonna make it stiffer. Ribbons. Accessory. Dress skirt. And we'll set that to just a skirt. Time to hit play and see the physics. So far, yes. Time to edit this model. We're gonna add some more physics. Create, add, magic claw. This is gonna be a spring bone. And we're gonna put it on the chest. And I'm gonna make this stiff. Spring power, limit distance. Save. And this time I need to shake up and down. There we go. I don't think I'm gonna worry too much about the sleeve. I mean, I guess I could. I don't want... It's gonna be more of a clipping nightmare, honestly, so I don't think I will, actually. Word out. New. Phrolova. Poison. Ward out. Set up character. Set up. Now we just gotta make sure everything is locked in.
Baby, no money, got money, I'm a paradise. 3 scoop creatine, steam room, equinox. 3 bad thoughts giving me triceratops. 3 short kings in the squad like Eric. I'ma take your chick like a thief in the night. You off, I'm on, it's the circle of life. I'ma top my shit, yeah, I'm crossing the line. Yeah, I'm BBNO, one of a kind. Mr. Zero, bro, made a typo. My girl got a girl, she a nympho. Ain't too good, I think I need lipo. Prop 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm a psycho. Commas in $1,000,000.
Okay, locked in, locked in, lock in.
Forge you out of sets on a truck. 1 to the kidney, 2 to the dome. That's left, right, left, right, left, right, go. Got a roadie for the brunch and a panic for the show. That's left, right, left, right, left, right, go. Got a big new body and a whip it like a pro. That's left, right, left, right, left, right, go. Got a great main chick and a real bad hoe. That's left, right, left, right, left, right, go.
Lock in. Lock in. Lock in. And now we're ready to build. Wardo, switch to active mode. Build Phrolova. And then let's open up Wardo. Well, that's building.
That's left, right, left, right, left, right, go. That's left, right, left, right, left, right, go. That's left, right, left, right, left, right, go. That's left, right, left, right, left, right, go.
Oop, it's almost finished. Then we just need Wardo to open. Honestly, lip syncing to music is actually really good practice for a VTuber because you can practice moving your mouth. Because some people underestimate this one part, like, pause the music. We have something important to say. But no, practicing lip syncing to like music can really help with your mouth movements, which I definitely need more practice on because oftentimes it doesn't look like I'm moving my mouth. And it's just because I'm not like over enunciating or like moving my lips enough, which causes some awkward moments. I need to be better at moving my mouth when I talk. Wah, wah, wah. Okay. Writing mod files, 86% complete. Laughing to the bank. Transferring files. On the bright side, looks like tomorrow will be a test stream for Phrolova's model. Let me move this over to the other side. Hey, it's my Lupa model. Well, my Lupa outfit. It's still loading up. Okay, switch Lupa out for the Phrolova outfit. Let's see how it looks in Wardo. Okay, we finally get to see it. Oh, that bounce is a bit intense, but other than that, let's hide the little like arrow here. And we're gonna move you over to the side for the sake of stream. I really like how this turned out. That looks great. Like I said, I'm gonna turn that down a bit. Need to turn that jiggle down in the chest a little bit, probably. But other than that, all the effects are doing exactly what I wanted them to. We're gonna go ahead and have them stand still for a moment so we can verify the face tracking. And for that, I need them not to move like this. Okay, let's pull this up. Oh, whoops. I forgot that I had used my full body tracking earlier, so I need to reset the IP on my tracker for my other like setup. I have two face tracking devices. So when I stream and I do a face track test live, that's me using one of them. But like typically this one is more used for stream monitor. For 9986. Wow. Oh my god. Wow. I can't believe it. Oh my god. That's sweet. Wow. Did you resonate that all by yourself? I do accidentally have fangs, but that's fine. Because we're not trying to make Phrolova one for one, and I do like giving my characters fangs anyways. Phrolova's part vampire. That's not true, but luckily, this is me, Poison, not Phrolova. This is just, I'm wearing a Phrolova themed outfit. Oh my god. I do like doing this when we get to this portion of the stream, when I'm testing out the models like face tracking and everything, because like it's fun seeing my face like move twice and seeing how the facial expressions are different on the different models. Oh my god. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my god. I can't believe it. You did it again. I never doubted me for a second. This one doesn't have the eyebrows set up properly, so they don't have the same parameters that it does on the other one. And I sometimes do have to reset the parameters for the eyebrows depending on what model, because my eyebrows on all models are not in the same spot. Wow. Can you believe how just great our model looks? I'm glad I decided to go with like a shine effect on the hair. And our textures are texturing. Yeah, I quite say that we did eat with this one. I want to set it back to the catwalk. Her name was Lola. Do 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 do. Nyan. But yeah, I could see possibly wanting to turn down that jiggle a little bit. But other than that, I think we did great. Like that jiggle's actually not that excessive. It's only excessive right now because that catwalk, but like it's really not that bad. Wow. Nyan. Nyan. Yeah, no, I don't think it's that bad. Like my natural movements won't set it off, only when I do like the pre-registered animations, it seems. I was really worried about the ribbons on the hand, that I was gonna have some clipping issues. And it looks like I actually gave enough space to let the ribbons wrap around the hand and everything without clip. I think there might be some areas where the bandage clips, but like for the most part, it's good. And that's all we can ask for, is that for the most part, it be good. California sharks were unbelievable. Daisy Dukes bikinis on top. Sun-kissed skin so hot, wrap it down. Oh my god. Get it, get it, get it, yeah. No, we did great. I'm happy with this. This came out so great. Go us. Check that hair rigging. Yep, I'm happy with the results. I'm ready to export this from my like art computer and to my streaming computer. Didn't even notice the punches that you roll with. You've got me in the moment. Why don't you say so? That's the first TikTok dance I ever actually really did. And then I didn't really do any more. This is great. I love this model. This is definitely going in my like top as far as model designs. Like, this is the best I've ever implemented like a more Wuwa-esque like look to a model. Granted, this is the closest I've ever like gotten to like really dripping off the design. But like, yeah. Of course, it's got my hair and my face and my body. And this isn't quite right on the left. And these ribbons I are different. and my central design is different from theirs. Their flower turns outwards, mine turns down, but like a lot of the color placement is the same. Oh yeah, they used like a more blackish red band, and also I did do a lot of shine effects. And then I'm wearing fishnets with this like red heel that I made. I mean, I was theirs looks better, but mine has its charm too. But hey, we did this all within the time span of, check the stream time, 2 hours and 13 minutes. Of course, that's just like the programming side and like the render, but that's impressive. We do good things. Okay, thank you so much everybody who stopped by and who has been able to see that I went live at a time that I normally never go live. I'll see you all next time. Till then, see you then. Bye. And the people who don't know I finished Phrolova are gonna have a big surprise tomorrow.